Hi, my name's Brett. I'm trying out my first game dev vlog, so bear with me. It might be a little awkward talking while I work. I wanted to start by being honest about how my first game performed on Steam. It sold about 8 copies. I got around 60 wish lists, and 4 of those were from people I know. So yeah, pretty rough performance. That said, I learned a lot from it. I didn't really do much promotion, and I wasn't prepared for the initial visibility window you get when you release a game, especially in the weeks leading up to launch. This time around, I'm planning to make a sequel using the same engine, and I want to document the process with a development vlog. Maybe people will become interested in the journey and hopefully the game itself. I honestly think the game has potential. It's a roguelite inspired by a mashup of Dark Souls and chess. Today, I just want to get started by showing a new feature in my tech stack. It's very AI heavy. I know I'll probably get some criticism for that, but I'm just one person working on this right now. Using this stack, I was able to launch Glyph Gambit in about 4 months, so I think it's a great approach for indie developers. I don't really have any shame about using the tools available to me. For this vlog, I'm going to keep things mostly uncut, partly because I don't want to spend too much time editing, and partly because I want to show the whole process, how the sausage gets made. I'm going to start by checking out a new branch for the sequel. I'll call it Glyph Gambit 2. What I want to show first is how easy it is for me to add a new character, a new piece into the game. I'll start by showing how I use ChatGPT's image generator to create transparent PNG assets that match the game's style. We'll start with the enemy king. This is the standard Goblin King enemy in the game. So I'll ask something like, can you use this image to inspire a new asset for Glyph Gambit? At this point, ChatGPT already understands the game pretty well, but for image generation, it still needs a reference image to lock in the style. This new piece will be a queen enemy. I'll keep it simple for now and specify that it should be a transparent PNG. Image generation is really fast these days. Once that's done, I'll copy the asset into my assets folder and then use another AI tool to integrate it into the game. Okay, that looks pretty wild. I kind of like it, honestly. I don't know what it was doing exactly, but there's something weirdly appealing about it. It almost looks like a cyborg goblin. Let's just go with it for now. I'll drag that into the assets folder. This is my setup. I use VS Code as my editor with GitHub Copilot and Claude. Claude 4.5 has been fast and pretty accurate for me. Now we'll see if it can add this new piece to the game. For now, I'll just throw it into level 1 and give it the same stats as the enemy king. Since the AI has access to my whole workspace, it can see all my scripts. It'll probably modify something in the game board code, so let's see if it actually worked. You really need tight testing loops when working like this. Tell it to do something, test it, and keep prompting if it doesn't work. I have a God mode in the game that lets me skip levels and test quickly. Okay, the new piece didn't show up. Let's figure out why. It looks like it needs to be added to the army composition system since there are special spawn rules. So we'll try again. Sometimes the AI gets stuck, so I'll interrupt it and rerun the prompt. Still not seeing it, so something must be overriding the level 1 setup. I usually give the AI a few chances before diving into the code myself. Most of the time, it figures things out pretty quickly. If one model struggles, I'll sometimes switch to another one. Different models are better at different things. There it is. Yeah, it looks pretty strange. We'll definitely want to refine it to better match the existing style. And yep, it wrecked me pretty badly in combat. So that's the basic overview of how I get a new piece into the game. Next, I'll work on making the image more consistent with the rest of the art and continue developing from there. Thanks for sticking with me while I awkwardly record my first dev vlog.